Feature Friday.
The freshest. How low can you go? How low can you go?
So we've done a counterpart of this, which is the highest notes. And we're actually going to see a lot of the same singers, which are predominantly known for their highest notes. But we're going to see what their skill level is at the lowest notes, which I think is a overlooked skill, especially in singing.
It's tough. I think it's the hardest thing about being a mezzo or a soprano, honestly, how to go down.
Exactly. So let's give it a watch.
And stay there.
So these are all going to be sopranos and mezzo-sopranos.
But you see, she doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Oh, what in the world? Guacamole. I don't wanna.
Nice.
See, Katrina is a freaking phenom, though.
Yeah, she's quite flexible.
That was the first person that came to mind as well. And I don't know what the lineup here is, but the first person that came to mind is like definitely Katrina. She could definitely work down her way through some beautiful, beautiful notes. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have to darken the vowels as well when you...
It helps. Yeah, it helps. But you hear there's a... I also thought about Jona, that's true. In terms of like familiarity and comfort, this is definitely one of the most challenging, and like you could possibly hear some of that accommodating from Katrina, which is very, very unlike anything she does, and that shows to me that there is a challenge being opposed, because throughout her whole vocal flexibility and her range, naturally she is very comfortable whatever she does. And I think even at her peak, or like the highest notes that she has attempted to do and done them successfully well, she has you hardly ever hear her kind of like struggle or accommodate or try to plan out exactly physically what the note needs from her. But in this particular case, you're actually seeing some of that thought process, some of that readjusting and like darkening of vowels, certain tilting of larynxes that amplifies the resonance that you need for this lower range stuff.
Let's see. Jonas next. Classically trained.
Does experience come and take the tears away?
Yeah, that's...
Especially in pop, man. That was nice.
They're difficult, bro. Oh, Sarah.
Sarah Geronimo is the only mezzo-soprano singer in this lineup. Let's see how she hits the D3 and F sharp.
That's nice.
And I'll never be confronted for it. I can get with who I wanted, and I'll never be confronted for it.
Yeah, I was just saying how difficult sometimes it is in some of those pop songs. Because a lot of those pop songs, because they were made in studio...
Hit and run kind of thing.
Yeah, and I presumed as well for a lot of these artists that we're seeing, they usually mainly do pop. Like their popular stuff is quite popular, or ballads. in ballads, I guess the different use of dynamics, especially in low notes, they're usually the beginning of phrases and the beginning of songs, which are really dreaded by the singer, because you're not starting on your confident point. So it is quite dreaded. I remember seeing ballet work on songs like, for example, that are with those low beginnings and then and then as the song progresses, is when you start to grow and stuff. Which is like fair play. It depends as well on what type of singer you are. But in pop, I'm always quite worried for those type of random low notes that they do, or they're actually like speech like sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's a trick. That's actually a very good trick to allow the larynx to relax, because in order to find a clear low notes when you're a mezzo, soprano, and a soprano, it's actually relaxation, but we tend to push down into the notes. We want to get down into the chest to find that note, and it's actually a mental visualization that we, as a mezzo-sopranos, try to pull the note down. But a really good trick is actually finding relaxation, and through relaxation, speech quality comes through. So when you utilize the speech quality, you're actually accessing a really liberating space in the muscles within your larynx that allows you to find the lower range without having to reach down towards resonance.
I see.
Mm-hmm. It's a very good technique.
You see those types of phrases.
I actually like her lower range
Lower
a
range,
lot.
yeah.
She's really rich. That's actually easy for her.
And as well, they look for grounding a lot of the time,
because
right?
naturally you want to feel that resonance in your chest, but pulling towards the notes actually takes away from your accessibility of these notes, and it's funny. It's a finicky technique. Yeah. Yeah, nice freaking. Woo! G sharp 6. That was nasty. Because that wasn't a touch and go.
Such a beautiful low note.
I'm staying here. I'm staying here in this note. I'm holding it for a long time.
Nice work by the backing vocalists as well. What atmosphere they created.
Pretty cool.
Oh, what song? I think that's the same set as Ikao.
It is, yeah.
I don't know.
It is the same concert, yes. She's in the floor. Her singing Cats, not gonna lie. Her singing Cats is like a fruit. Whoa! Yeah. Whoa! What a cool. See, it's just her modulation. It's not even about the notes. It's about how she gets to the notes and how she gets out of the notes.
I hope that people are able to sort of, I mean, it's cool that you're watching this and then you can sort of learn about the difficulty of this stuff, because sometimes we give a lot of credit in our own reviews when we check out people like Regina, Lea Salonga, or, when they have that sort of style of, theatrical singing and nearly like speaking, speech-like moments, and really like those dips for effect in the singing phrase. We give them a lot of credit, but I don't think a lot of people would, because the most impressive bit and the most attention-calling moment is the belt. But I feel like, and we've always said this, I feel like to us, some of the most impressive moments is
nuances.
that singing phrase.
Are the nuances.
This one.
I want to watch that.
Morissette.
Yeah,
She does.
Morissette is freaking great, though.
I don't know who I spoke to about this. Was
She
it
is-
Adonis? She
she's
did
actually-
a ton of work on her low notes.
She's actually a natural mezzo. She has an immense, incredible belting power, but she's naturally a mezzo soprano. But when you are you've grown up as a belter, your low range gets actually neglected, because a lot of work goes into perfecting the belts and
Correct.
actually increasing that higher range. Again, I'm familiar with the concept because I kind of grew up similarly in terms of like the qualities that you prioritize, and I think that's another similarity between Latin American music industry and Filipino music industry. They prioritize things in a specific way, and this is one of those moments where you see the training a lot of the times for young singers is about belting very clearly, very
Flexibility
high.
up.
How high can we go? And then we really neglect the work on the lower range, even when you're a mezzo soprano. That should be easier to go down and find that comfort there.
And then the arrangements you do, the songs you sing, don't even care about those low sections. As a
And
matter of
they
fact, even
usually-
if they do have them,
it's just really touch and go.
Yeah.
You don't utilize that lower phrasing stuff like what we just saw with Regine, which this is the reason why I gush about her technique so much, because there's a lot of nuance that gets overlooked, but it's so important.
just have a look at this.
Painting pictures of paradise. Didn't even make a sound.
Very nice. So here, go back for a sec. You know, when that make a sound, there's actually really cool little trick as well, if that you can implement in your daily practice if you're looking to expand your lower range, where you actually utilize breathiness to carry the note. So you don't really have to push towards the note, but you're allowing the breath to carry the sound out of your throat. So if you listen to what she's doing here,
Didn't even make a sound.
she's actually utilizing the breathiness of the S and carrying out that vowel without actually having to make really strong contact in the vowel. That's really cool.
Suddenly appeared.
Yes, low notes.
Yes,
low notes. We like
But you are how in the light of
Whoa!
Very nice. Love that filter, by the way.
Oh, it's a filter, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, shaving maybe,
Yeah, right. Come on.
facial hair,
to the world closes. Will I leave you still
Nice outfit. Oh, that was nasty.
days chasing down a daydream.
Yeah, she utilizes that breathy
Breathiness.
carry. That's really cool.
I'm officially missing you. Now she's here, suddenly I know. Before
Go, Adonis.
In the back, the bass player.
to the way you move.
You see, but this is what I mean, that
Amplification helps a ton, though.
for sure, but I think also the willingness to play pieces like this, because she didn't have to play that song.
That's right.
That's Adele. Is it Adele? Tung, tung, tung. Everybody on the way it hurts. Whatever the fuck that song is.
When we were young.
That's
the
it.
name of
I
the
think
song.
it is, yeah.
I think.
You don't have to play that song in that range. Of course not. You can transpose it, especially if you're struggling with it, or you can make different arrangements. Why not just go to the higher octave if you're someone with the flexibility, as Morissette? But I think, and given the discussions we have with some of her musicians, this is on purpose, especially in this type of environments. So you won't run the risk of like sounding shit. You have the you have the equalization,
Really
you
good
have the environment.
amplification,
This
yeah.
is the moment to do so. And the willingness and the repetitions is
The
like a workout.
discipline, I think,
Discipline
yeah.
behind this stuff. It will then translate in life stages.
Again, this is actually really interesting that we're checking out singers that naturally don't possess the ability to sit down in the lower range comfortably. These are not their comfortable settings, and I love that every single singer that we have checked out up to this point has done such beautiful work into gaining that flexibility, understanding tricks and techniques to amplify that resonance without actually causing damage or interfering with their natural ability to go higher.
So don't neglect low notes.
No, not at all. Wow, she looks stunning in yellow.
Hindi nyo lagi naririnig yun, di ba?
Oh, alto.
Nice.
I like this. I've always said her soulful stuff.
Na na na
Nice.
na na na.
Very good. Very good. Damn. So here's the thing. Yes, you can do exercises in the scale to help you promote the lower range, but I find them, specifically me, I find them
Monotonous.
incredibly tedious. They're
Tedious.
long and repetitive, and you're just so focused on trying to get down that you lose sight of actually why you're trying to get down at the beginning. So, which is it is to amplify range and have fun while you're trying new songs and different styles. And I think the best way to do it is to then start including songs in your everyday repertoire that promotes a lower range, something that allows you to feel flexible and animated and motivated to try these lower notes. A great genre to do so, it's soul music. Anything with funk, it's brilliantly done with the idea of working towards a lower range, and also still utilizing the higher range and big belting moments, because that's just what the genre does. So again, these are just tips and tricks that you guys can utilize in your everyday life.
Absolutely. Goodbye.